are live. I'm here with Jackson.
DJ Tony Powers. Turn it down for me, Tony. And let's go and get started like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, races, creeds, colors, welcome to the coolest, most exclusive fight night on Soi Thai at Phuket, Thailand. You should go there live at Apollo. This is Apollo Fight Night Phuket. Make some noise! What we have in store for you is 6 bouts. 6 bouts in the sweet science. 2 fists laying leather on the bodies and faces. And we will go to the judges' scorecards. If we don't go to a knockout, 3 judges at their finest to give the deliberation. I would like to thank our sponsors, Trooper Eats, Coco's, of course, Apollo Gym, CM Inc., Din Home, and Pink Exotic, the home of the after party. So check out Pink Exotic for everything after party. DJ Tony Power is on the 1s and 2s this evening. And as we are in the Kingdom of Thailand, I ask you to please all rise for the singing of the King's Anthem. Kon Thai Ko Yun Nakap, please rise. Tony, give it all the way down. We're going a cappella. We're going a cappella on it. You got me. All the way down. Turn it off, Tony. Tony, all the way off. All the way. There you go. Kawara puta chao, how manola siragan, no prapumi ban bunyadi re, ek paroma chakrin, prasyamin, prayatsi ying Yen sira propra poripan pon prakuntarang sang prajapan suksar kapandam taprasangdai jangsurin dang huang waraharutai tutatawai chayo. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. This is Apollo Fight Night. Now, DJ Tony Power. Let's bring out our first fighter out of the blue corner. Prop, make your way to the Apollo Gym ring. Booyakasha.
Alrighty, let's give it up for the main man, John Nut. Oh, yeah, he's nutting in your... I'm right, and I'm here with Jackson Seaborn, the main man, my co-pilot, co-commentator for this evening. We have 6 amazing crowd-bursting fights ahead of us. We have got a young man, Katut, fighting at a powerhouse gym. Took this fight on 4.5 hours' notice, an absolute legend. He's a little bit heavier, a little bit more experienced than his opponent. Jake, fighting out of the humble Queen's Kingdom of England. But it's surely, it should be entertaining. He's got a very strong corner over there. The Powerhouse gang have shown out in force to support their boy. And, big shout out to the Powerhouse, big shout out to the owner, Jack, for teeing this fight up at the very last minute. As I said, he jumped in the group chat, put it out to the trainers, and they answered the call. So that was extremely gracious of them. Ollie Clark, one of the coaches here at Apollo, has brought the headgear down for the Powerhouse fighter. He is obligated to wear that. The headgear and the 16-ounce gloves tonight are compulsory. As all of you watching from home should be aware, these are amateur fight nights.
Rawai, Phuket. Rawai, a lovely beachfront town, home of many gyms, including Powerhouse. Big fan of Jack. If any of you know Jack, he's a lovely human being.
Lovely guy.
Much more fit than I am, but not much more fit than Prop is. Prop is going to come in here, put on a show, the sweet science happening just now. Prop up into the blue corner. A round of applause for our blue corner. And let's bring down DJ Tony Power. Give us another tune. Let's bring down the red corner. Red corner hailing from the UK, the red, white, and blue. Jake, come on down.
And as Mr. Nutt has just alluded to, Prupp fighting out of Powerhouse Gym. This is making his boxing debut. However, judging from the tattoos on his back, I dare say he's had a couple of Muay Thai stoushes. Jake also making his boxing debut, so this should be interesting. And Ollie Clark, just a bit of sportsmanship there, cornering Jake, giving a little fist bump to Prupp. Maybe a bit of mind games, might be trying to get in the Powerhouse fighters' head, but you know, I think that's going to be all for nothing because Prupp looks composed and ready to mingle. You don't take fights on 4 hours' notice if you're not somewhat experienced.
And big Ollie Clark's got a big night ahead of him too.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. This is the Sweet Science. 3 2-minute rounds, 3 2-minute rounds of the art of 2 limbs. And when we get underway, our referee in charge, Apollo Jim Warren. We've got 3 judges at ringside. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This man hails from the dirty South Rawai Beach, Phuket, the Pearl of the Andaman, and is representing Powerhouse Gym. Give it up for the red, white, and blue zone, Thailand, Prupp! Booyaka.
Let's give it up for
And his
Prupp.
opponent standing across the Apollo ring. This man hails from Manchester, UK, England. The Sweet Science is home. Came down here from heaven and is in Thailand to represent. Give it up for the one and only Jake Booyaka. 1, 2, 3 judges at ringside and 1 referee in control of the action. 3 2-minute rounds. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. Apollo Fight Night.
Alrighty, and Coach Naris, who is our referee for this evening, has brought both fighters to the center of the ring. Pleasantries have been exchanged, and we are ready to go. Apollo.
Round 1, your team win. Fight! Round 1.
Yeah, got to give the kid his flowers. Prupp seemingly taking his time, seeming very measured here. Clearly the more experienced fighter, not letting any lot of that get through.
Stops and weed, 30 seconds.
Combo there from Jake, that was nice. Yeah, many factors.
10 seconds.
Variables are out of control. Not only is it his first fight, but fighting in Thailand is really nice little combo there from Jake. Got through. Alright. And a very competitive first round, I dare say. That was fantastic from both guys. Prupp, again, very good.
I'd like to give a big shout out to our lovely ring girls tonight. Without them, you would have no idea what round is coming. Round 1 in the books. Siam Ink Tattoos. Siam Ink Tattoos. Sinapsanundoy. Siam Ink Tattoos.
Nice bit of action in round 1.
And let's give it up for our ring girls, Tiffany, Leah.
Jake already up out of his stool. Prop, getting the massage. Chop nuot in a cup. Seconds out. Seconds out of the ring, please. And seconds away from round number 2.
Yeah, so if this gets out of this, get in there and be like third round.
Prop in the blue corner. Jake in the red corner. Round number 2. Yokti song.
Alrighty then, and both fighters have made their way to the center of the ring for the second round. Let's see if there's a little bit more action out of the Thai corner for this second. Yeah, just feeding with a couple of little jabs there, a little distance, little range finders. Catches him with that left hook. Oh, nice left hook to the body.
Hands go now.
This is very typical of Thai fighters because especially if they come from a Muay Thai background. In Muay Thai, the first round is typically just very slow, very measured. Both fighters showing their respect, and then they'll typically blow the doors down in the second and third. Fair enough, this is only a 3-round fight. They are only 2-minute rounds. So it'll be interesting to see what P-Crab does here.
Jake's definitely been the busier fighter so far.
Yeah, definitely a little bit busier. A nice little right overhand there from P-Crab. I'd like to see Crab go to the body a little bit more.
1 minute into round number 2.
And these rounds are just flying by. I don't know where that minute went, but okay, here we go. P-Crab seemingly getting a little bit warmer. Happy to throw caution to the wind. But not too much caution. He is taking his time there. Yeah, some good head movement there from P-Crab.
Jake's moving very well though, I will give him that much.
Yeah, his agility is... a nice little right hand
Santabui,
there.
30 seconds.
Oh, good shot. Good hook.
Yeah,
Body shots now.
Nice body work there from P-Crab. Oh, he
Good
caught him
hook.
with a little left hook there. Yeah, P-Crab seemingly undisturbed by the power of Jake.
That hurt him, I think, that kidney shot.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
Jake's got to stay in this.
Jake's got to keep his hands up. Also needs to protect the body.
End of round 2. Mokyokti song.
I think
All
Jake
right.
might have fatigued there late a little bit too.
Yeah, I think Jake's starting to feel it. He's starting to show signs of...
Apollo Fight
All right,
Night.
let's give it up for
Would
our
also
ring
like to
girls.
thank Ding Hong, Pink Exotic, Coco's, Trooper Eats, and of course,
And let's give it up for our ring girl, Jasmine. Ring girling out of Melbourne, Australia. Hailing all the way from South Yarra.
it's all happening here at Apollo. And again, DJ Tony Powers on the ones and twos this evening. Make sure you go to Pink Exotic for the after party.
If you're into French,
Drop
if you're into
in
French Bulldogs,
the
Jazz
blue
is
corner.
the girl to talk to.
Manchester's
Massive
own
red
Jake
French Bulldog fan.
in the red corner, receiving those final instructions.
She loves long walks on the beach and trips
Ready
to
for the third
Ton My Spa.
and
Isn't that
final
right, Jackson?
round. Quick
I
action
wouldn't
hat
know.
here tonight at Apollo Fight Night. Seconds out. Seconds out of the ring,
That's
please.
not what I heard.
And
I
seconds
heard
away
you guys had a lovely
from
time
more
down
action.
at Ton My Spa the other day.
I didn't
Can
think this
confirm
was
or
a
deny?
personal
Ding,
forum.
ding, ding, ding. We are good to go.
And that remains to be seen. We could delve very deep into
Round
our personal
3,
lives.
final
It's
round.
going to be a long night.
Yokti-san, Yoksatai.
And we are off for the third round. So Jake and P-Crab have made it into the third. No one thought we were going to get here, but here we are.
Let's see what Jake's got in store here, because he showed his temperament late in that second round there where he was gassed a little bit. But let's see if he can move still.
Yeah, cracks were starting to show at the end of that second round. If I was Jake, I would just really stick to the fundamentals. I would throw that hook out the door, stop worrying about the uppercuts, and just throw ones and
I think
twos, jabs and straights.
I think jabs, get rid of the haymakers.
Yeah, 100%. Just get that jab working. He's hooking, he's hooking, he's uppercutting, he's throwing the kitchen sink at the bloke. And fair play to him.
I like his bravery.
You got a bigger,
That's
more.
all right. That was a good little combo.
You got a bigger, more experienced guy.
1 minute
Oh,
into
there
the
you go.
final
That was a
round.
nice little
Now
right
he's got to
hand
move
there.
now. He's in a bit of... gets himself in trouble a little bit against the ropes there.
Yeah, can't get caught up against the ropes against this guy. P-Crab using the jab very nicely here.
Yeah, more jabs from Jake.
You know, gosh, this might even inspire me to get back into sparring on Tuesday. What do you reckon, Jackson? Should we jump in? Have a bit of argy-bargy on during the week.
Well, make sure to get it on video for the people at home.
30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe we can live stream the sparring. Just me and Jax. Oh, nice uppercut there from P-Crab. Very slick.
I'm sure Jake's got some family at home as well watching, and he is putting on a show. This has been an action-packed fight so far.
Yeah, huge shout out to all the people watching at home. Huge shout out to our sponsors. We've got Trooper Eats, Siam Inc., Pink Exotic, Crispy Studio, the #1 content house in Phuket. And then that is all she wrote. Let's give it up for Jake and P-Crab. Amateur boxing at its finest, 16-ounce gloves, headgear. Both fighters making their boxing debut.
Well
that
done,
was an
Jake.
absolute cracker.
That's gutsy from Jake.
All right, and we go to the
Amazing
judges'
action had here in the first
scorecard
round.
for the decision.
We will go to the judges' scorecards for our deliberation. Referee, please bring both guys in. Jake, fantastic action there had. Mouth, loving the blood, huh? Tastes good, right? Warm. It's warm. It's refreshing. It's refreshing. Guys, in Apollo Gym, one more round of applause for both of these guys. It takes heart, balls, guts, all of that to get in here. And again, no losers at the Apollo. Fight nights, just winners. With that being said, after 3 2-minute rounds of amateur boxing, sweet science action, the judges at ringside have called a unanimous decision for your winner. Out of the blue corner, Parab. Big.
The first fight goes to
Sportsmanship,
P-Crab.
fantastic action had there. We will be back with our second bout of the evening in just a moment. Again, a big shout out to Coco's, Trooper Eats, Apollo Gym, CM Inc., Din Home, and Pink Exotic, the home of our after party, right? We'll be back in just a moment with bout number 2. DJ Tony Power, pump up the jam. Breakdance contest.
All right.
Breakdance fight.
And John Nutt with the breakdance fighting in the middle of the ring. He is a performer, an MC, an all-round top bloke, an absolute legend, and a mainstay here at Phuket. I've got all the time in the world for John, and we are extremely lucky to have the best in the business presenting and MCing for us here at Apollo Fight Night 12. What do you reckon, Jackson?
I feel like I'm seeing a Hugh Jackman clone up there. He's dancing, he's singing, he's speaking in tongues.
Mate, he's a one-stop shop. Well, as soon as he drops that Thai national anthem, it's over. It's over. He could be charging double. Don't tell him I said that. But
I think there's levels to this, and he's showing every little bit of them.
Oh, absolutely. He is a true showman through and through. Let's go, Jakey!
Great performance again by Jakey. Action-packed fight. Gave it his all in his first fight. I'm sure he's got family. He's proud as punch back home.
It takes real stones to get into the ring, ladies and gentlemen, especially out here away from your home country in Thailand. You know, it really speaks volume to Jake's character, to everyone's character who gets in the ring, guy or girl, or ladyboy, or plant for that matter. We don't discriminate out here at Apollo Fight Night 12. Whatever your
DJ
creed.
Tony Powers on the 1s and 2s. Bout number 2 coming to the ring. Let's bring out the blue corner. Leo from the black, red, and yellow. That's Germany for all you flag lovers out there.
We have a little bit of Guten
Huge
Abend
into
coming up,
patriotism
ladies and
and
gentlemen.
nationalism
Couple of
and
these
xenophobia,
Germans.
right?
These Germans are in the
Best way
building.
to hate somebody you've never met. It's the reason that you want to punch them in the face. It's because of that. Yes, exactly. You and I, after this sudden death main event, me and you in here,
I would pay
that's
for
going
that.
viral.
Is he
I
talking
think
to me
so.
or you,
Just
Andrews?
the look. If he stays in that and I stay in this, 2 rounds, 2 47-second rounds, because that's all I can do, right? You and me. That's called the bonus round.
Sounds Sounds good.
All right, I'm here
Let's
for
get up
that.
and
Let's
get
go.
into the fight, fans.
Jackson,
Leo,
big visual.
the blue corner. Come on down.
John
to the
Legend Mitch
Apollo
Jesus
ring.
over here next to me. He's a good-looking chap. He's single, ladies and gentlemen, and ready to mingle. If you want to break off a slice of that sweet, sweet C-bone, then Jackson is in the building. I know that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that last name, C-bone. Google it. Don't ask me how to spell it because it is an
Judges
absolute
at
tongue twister.
ringside,
But he is
judges.
hung like a donkey and ready to
This
go.
is Leo. Leo. Right, so they just, again, yep, it got switched. So this is Leo.
Thought you said this is a PG program.
Leo is in the blue corner.
PG stands for
Eddie, please
Hash
come
Guidance,
down.
and
Again,
Hash
from
is spelled with a
Bavaria.
P, Pash, because he is
This
the main
man
man,
has
a
definitely
controller,
worn a lederhosen in
the
his
number one
lifetime and
engineer,
taken
tech
down
man,
many
technotic,
beers.
legendary Jordanian in the
So
building.
happy about
If it
this.
wasn't for him,
Germany
these
versus
events
Germany
wouldn't
battle.
happen. The live stream
Oh.
wouldn't happen.
At
All right,
Apollo,
the
neutral
the
territory,
ring girls.
neutral playing ground here, Apollo Fight Night, as the headgear is laid on. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, again, we're going 3 2-minute rounds. 3 2-minute rounds of action.
And let's
3,
give it
2.
up for our ring
And
girls.
again, for my judges, Leo,
Jasmine.
Eddie.
Jazz Divisius.
Leo,
Let's go,
Eddie.
Jasmine.
Yeah. All right.
Ring girling out of South Yarra, Australia.
DJ
Big
Tony,
Ruckman down there,
bringing
hands
that
of steel. Oh,
break
big
dance
Armin.
beat. We could have a battle.
Couple
me
of
and the,
couple of
referee,
Uzbek
right?
legends in the building.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely,
could happen.
definitely keep your
This
eye
could
on
happen
our
later.
Apollo Pro team. We've got a 4-0 sitting right in front of us. Couple of hammers.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. This is bout number 2 here at Apollo Fight Night. Pearl of the Andaman, Phuket, Thailand. You should go there first. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man hails from Germany and came down again from Thor and Ares, the god of war, brought to us on neutral playing ground. Give it up for the one and only Leo! And his opponent, also hailing from Germany. This man loves long walks on the beach, he loves poetry of some kind, and he loves movies that are about revenge. Give it up for the living legend, Eddie! 3 2-minute rounds, 3 2-minute rounds of action. 1, 2, 3 judges at ringside, and 1 referee in control. Apollo Fight Night. You should go there.
So we got 2 German boxers facing off together, which will be very interesting.
Round 1, Yoktinung.
Oh, they're leaving nothing behind at the moment. 2 big boys ready to bang.
Alrighty, sprechen Sie Deutsch? So we've got 2 German lads, both with a bit of experience here, both weighed in at exactly 79 kilos, which is an absolute rarity here at Apollo Fight Nights. Very seldom do we get 2 guys weighing in at the exact same recommended or pre-assigned weight. Unfortunately, that's just how it is out here in Thailand. You kind of get what you're dealt.
Neither fighter leaving caution to the wind.
1 minute into round 1.
Okay, just dealing with a few administrative issues out the back there. Jackson, how's the action been?
Mate, it's been fast and furious so far. 2 big boys ready to throw leather.
Yeah, both of these fellas have had at least 4 or 5 amateur fights between them, so they have very similar experience.
Fantastic sportsmanship shown.
Eddie fought at our last amateur fight night. I believe he took an L, so he was keen to come back and redeem himself tonight.
30 seconds. Stops the
We got Leo looking a little bit sloppy here with an overhand right. Not a whole lot to it.
I feel like neither fighter expected this to get out first.
And you know what? I'm here for that. I would love to see a knockout. It can be quite difficult to get those with the big gloves, with the headgear. You've
Simply
really
10
got to land
seconds.
super flush to knock someone out here.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, this is definitely getting out of the first round. We are on the fast track for the second and third.
And round 2. Round 1.
Nice, a lot of respect there from both of the Germans. Fun fact, we have another German fighting later this evening, a close friend of the panels, Mr. Pascal. Looking forward to seeing him. Big shout out to Tiffany, strutting her stuff in the ring. One of our lovely ring girls this evening. Ring girling out of California of the US of A.
She's a natural, I think. I think you found someone here.
Yeah, a natural showman. She was the head of her high school cheer team. She was also a proud gym owner back in California. Bit of a socialite, from what I've been told, and also a bit of a legend.
Leo in the blue corner, Eddie in the red corner.
She makes me want to stand up and applaud.
Yeah, she also loves a good green smoothie and a side box. Loves a good side box.
From round number 2.
And a bit of Ollie Clark from where I've heard.
Ooh, wait! Breaking news, baby! Breaking news! God damn! You said
Whoops.
it, you said it, not me. But all right, then back to the fight. So second round. Leo swinging for the fence. He is looking for that knockout. Eddie far more composed, using his natural gifts. Just the old 1-2, straight down the pipe, using the jab to great effect, keeping him at range. You know, for Leo to get, he's really telegraphing these punches here, old Leo. He needs to. I think he needs to. Piling on the pressure here. He needs to push. He needs
pushing
to
in now. He's starting to use his size.
Exactly. He needs to press forward. He needs to be on the front foot. He can't let Eddie dictate this fight, because if Eddie stays at range, just pops his jab, he's just going to jab his way to a nice decision victory here. Leo, the shorter, stockier fella. I dare say Eddie's probably got a slightly better gas tank than Leo.
Can we talk about how good Eddie's tan is?
Eddie's got everything going for him. The tan, the accent, the European passport, ladies. You just sign it up. Where do I sign? The back definition. This kid's got it all going for him.
Both fighters getting a little bit sloppy at times, Andrew, because they're going for the bigger punches, and I think we'll find in the back end of this fight they might not have left enough in the tank.
Yeah, Eddie rocking back on his heels a little bit more than I'd like to see. I'd like to see him on the balls of his feet, bouncing, staying assertive. Nice little 1-2 there from Eddie.
All right. That was good.
Yeah, bit of a shrug of the head there from Leo, just acknowledging that there's a little bit of damage there.
10 seconds.
And we are in the final 10 seconds of our second round. I'd probably give this second round to Eddie. Not a whole lot of damage there done by Leo.
And round number 2.
Strong finish there from Leo.
Yeah, strong finish, but not a lot of technique. Really just ready to brawl, it seems. And let's give it up for our ring girls, representing our third round and one of our key sponsors, Fractality, one of the best DeFi protocols out there.
How about Tony Dwyer on the beats?
Yeah, Tony Dwyer has been absolutely crushing it on the 1s and 2s tonight. I've been very impressed with his song choice so far. A real curator, if you will.
Do we know anything about Tony Dwyer, Andrew? Where does he hail from?
Judging from his get-up, I'd say he's from Italian. I'd say he's Italian. I'd say hailing all the way from Italy.
I was going to say, I think he's earned the white man wearing a do-rag pass.
Which is a very hard pass to get, especially from a man like Jackson. He does not hand out those passes willy-nilly. And massive shout-out to all our German fans and friends and family watching from home. Guten Morgen, Guten Abend, whatever time it is. How low to you? We've got a couple of German boys here just throwing down. There's a nice defense there from Eddie, seemingly unfazed. And I'm going to go as far as to say in the driver's seat. I feel like Eddie is just slightly ahead here.
I think Eddie's reach and Leo's trying to get inside a little bit to try and.
Nice right hand there from Eddie. That found its way through. Caught Leo flush on the chin.
Leo's trying to bulldoze a little bit, try to get further on the inside, and he's not comfortable here on the outside.
Yeah, nice jab there from Eddie.
Picking him apart on these jabs, Eddie.
Yeah, Leo's going to have to really bite down on the mouth guard and leave it all in the ring.
I think he's just got to go, push him against the ropes and just go for it, I think.
Yeah, he's going to have to give it the old Mike Tyson.
Yeah. There he goes. He's listening. He's listening.
He's having a dig. Nice there from...
He's digging deep.
Okay, he's caught nice little overhand right there from Leo. Caught Eddie pretty flush. Oh, nice there from Eddie.
Eddie's
Big
strong.
body shot from the...
strong
Eddie.
with the body shot.
And Leo seems a little bit gassed here. I think he might have burnt all of his biscuits in that last flurry. But surely there's merely seconds left in this fight. And we've reached the final 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
This is where you've got to suck everything up you have and go for it.
I think Eddie can just dance, stay on the back, stay on the outside. And if I was a betting man, I would say Eddie from Germany is going to take this one home.
Too strong there, Eddie, I think.
For the decision.
Eddie's girlfriend in the corner there with the Gatorades, with the support. You know, what more can you ask for in life, guys? Just a strong woman in your corner, supporting you, there for you. We love to see it.
Thank you for your patience.
It can
Here,
take a village,
Apollo.
that's for sure.
We appreciate your time. We appreciate your effort. We will go to the judges' scorecards. Apollo, please make some noise for both Leo and Eddie. Again, putting it all on the line there. Once again, fantastic Sweet Science action.
Well, Andrew does a little bit of housekeeping. We'll get back to the judges' scorecards. And Mr.
Once
Nutt.
again, no losers here at Apollo. Fantastic action. Give both these guys a round of applause. Wonderful fight, fellas. Again, Apollo Fight Night. When you step into the ring like that, we very much appreciate it. No losers in the house, but there's got to be a winner. And after 3 2-minute rounds of Apollo Fight Night action, your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Eddie.
Eddie was very strong tonight.
Once again, fantastic action by both Eddie and Leo. Leo, you were like the Sampras in there, right? You know what I mean? You were grunting. I love that, brother. When you go to the body and you put it all in there, I appreciate the heck out of that, man. Fantastic job by both of these fighters. Like Sharapova, a tennis match. Right? The good old grunt. Wonderful job by both Eddie and Leo. We will be back in just a moment with a little Belgium versus Turkey action. Give us one moment. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes. 5 to 7 minute break for the ladies. I would suggest getting a beverage, possibly one that's an adult one, right? Maybe something with a little alcohol in it. Makes you look better, makes me feel better. Shema Sudlaw. Loma Ben Law Tisut. That's your Thai language lesson for the night. Law Tisut. The most handsome in the room. Right? All right. We'll be back in 5 minutes. DJ Tony Power. Turn it up, brother. Check on the fighters.
So we're just going to have a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. So if this is an opportunity to boil yourself some tea, a nice coffee, if it's a bit later at night, maybe just the peppermint tea would go fancy. Two fights, 2 judges' scorecards, and we've got 4 to come.
ladies and gentlemen, and we have a brief moment until the next fight.
Let's get up and let's get
I'd
ill,
love to
fight
see a bit of
fans. We're gonna
sportsmanship from the Germans on the
go
left
to
here.
more sweet science. Again, 3 2-minute rounds. 3 2-minute rounds of the sweet science. And let's bring back down our first fighter out of the blue corner here at Apollo Fight Night. Living the dream. Oh, I got that. There it is. There's the microphone. Let's bring down the blue corner, Riza. Make your way. DJ Tony, I'm running into a little battery problem on the microphone. We're good. Good. Riza, make it. Riza, inside the blue ring. I love seeing you, man. Good to see you again. You doing all right? Yeah? Fantastic. Love this guy. We're going to have to do something about batteries. You got, yeah. Can you get me on batteries? All right, thank you.
Alrighty then.
Blue corner, Riza.
Our third fight of the night.
I think we're having a few microphone difficulties.
We are experiencing a couple of technical problems here in the middle of the ring. And massive shout out to John Nutt, our MC.
Make your way.
His microphone is slightly glitching. But an even bigger shout out to Turkey's own Riza, taking this fight on 2 days' notice. An absolute legend of Soy Tayet. Everybody knows this man, one of the best.
Mr. Soy himself.
Mr. Soy himself, exactly, Jackson. He's a bare knuckle fighter, an amateur boxer, a professional boxer.
Right there.
He embodies
Are you guys going
true
headgear?
grit and character. This
Headgear?
man never says no to a fight. We are extremely lucky to have him.
Is
And,
the epitome of stay ready.
Oh, the epitome of stay ready. I couldn't have put it better myself, Jackson. That's phenomenal. I love the man, Riza. He is a absolute legend. I couldn't say anything better about him. And we are
DJ Tony
extremely
Power,
lucky to have him
the Magic
grace
Man,
our shores
making it happen.
of Apollo Fight Camp, Geelong again. And Stijn fighting out of, I believe the country is Belgium? Are we going to go with Belgium? I don't want to butcher that. I apologize to anyone, any Stijn fans watching from home. But he's experienced. He came highly recommended. He's a bit of a legend. A man of few words, actually, old Stijn, at the press conference. We handed him the mic and tried to get something out of him, and he just said to us, "Talk finish, now fight," and that was all he gave us. So,
Okay, riveting.
yeah, absolutely riveting. He gave us a humdinger of a breakdown of his life and his lead up in his camp coming into this fight. But
let's get up and let's get
let's
ill, fight
let's see
fans.
what he brings to the
Another round
table.
of applause
I'm
for the
waiting with bated
doctor,
breath and can't wait for this
DJ
bout.
Tony Power just put batteries into the microphone. If that's not an award-winning accomplishment tonight, I don't know what is. DJ Tony Powers, mother lover. It's all happening here at Apollo Fight Night. And this is our next bout of the evening, pitting good against evil, or evil against good, depending on where you're from. Fighting out of the blue corner for this matchup, a man who needs no introduction to the soy fights, on the market every time, Turkey's own. Give it up for Riza, the Riza Wu-Tang Clan in the house.
Big Riza in
And
the
his
house
opponent
with the
standing,
woo.
Fighting out of the red corner, up from Hades, up from the bowels of hell, up to bash in the face of his opponent. Give it up for Brussels' own Steven Stijn. 3 2-minute rounds.
Let's give it up for
3 2-minute rounds.
Stijn.
Judge at ringside, and the referee is in control. Apollo Fight Night.
All right, if I was a betting man, I would say this is going to go to decision, and I think it's going to go
Round
to
one.
Stijn. I think
Stuyven's coming out hard.
Stuyven coming out hot. looking to get that finish, but little does he know that Riza does not get finished. I don't think I've ever seen Riza take a knee, let alone get dropped. So if I was Stuyven, I would just slow down. I understand he's fit, he's ready.
Starving for a knockout.
Yeah, he wants it. But you know, he's got the sneakers on. He's rocking the Asics. I know he's experienced, but do not underestimate Riza. But Riza is definitely an endurance fighter. He could be here for 10, 12 rounds. He could, Stuyven got him there with a nice little jab number. Bit of head movement here from Riza. Riza's amateur boxing experience back in Thailand is second to none. I think this man's had over 100 fights. Very buttoned up defensively. Just doesn't have a lot of power in his punches. Very much a points fighter. Will just sort of come in and out, bit of head movement, jab, jab.
He'll make you fatigue though.
But that's the thing, Jax. How much can you fatigue over 6 minutes?
Stuyven just wants to get him out of there.
Yeah, I think Stuyven can smell blood. He's definitely the heavier fighter. He knows he's got the weight advantage.
I think he's saved all his words for the fight.
For the fight, I think he might be right. I think he could be on here. But no, it's been very competitive so far. Even though Stuyven is throwing the kitchen sink at Mr. Riza, however, Riza just seemingly staying on him. Super defensive, throwing a bit out there, but not getting caught with too much, which is good.
He stands up straight, Riza, doesn't he? He just keeps pushing forward. No matter what he hits, what he cops, he'll come forward.
10 seconds.
Stuyven still trying to find the weakness, still trying to exploit something of Riza's. Great first round though, action-packed, and Stuyven really showcased the kitchen sink.
Fantastic action by both these fighters in the first round. The Riza, the Razor, fighting out of the blue corner. A big shout out again to the ring girls from the match number 2 Eats. Help support Pop-Up Fight Night. True Eats. Some of the best eats you've ever had.
Okay, little do the people at home know, but Riza fighting out of Turkey, fighting out of the blue corner, has come into this fight with a couple of injuries. He fought last week and he sustained a couple of niggles. His nose is a little bit busted up. He voiced his concerns to me before the fight night, and said if he wears anything clean on the nose, his nose is likely to absolutely explode. So let's hope that doesn't happen. He's made it out of the first round relatively unscathed. Again, extremely buttoned up defensively, as most amateur fighters with 100+ fights are. So, but let's see what Stuyven's gas tank's like here.
I'm not sure how that nose is going to go in round 2, because Stuyven again looks like he's going to come out like a barrage.
But I dare say Stuyven's corner gave him some words of advice there. Probably told him to slow down. Probably told him to just take a bit of a breather, not get ahead of himself. Beautiful body shot there from Stuyven. Love that.
That got us both going.
Yeah, there's nothing sweeter than just a good body shot, especially when it lands flush. There's just nothing sweeter. And Riza is really skin and bones, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there is not much to the man. He is literally fighting for tooth and nail for every morsel of food and or piece of accommodation he's got out here in Thailand.
We commonly see him just running the soy daily.
Yeah, he is an avid runner. I don't know if that's by that's by choice or by.
I think it's just part of his genetic makeup at this point.
Yeah, he could definitely do with an extra couple of packs of Migraine on a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stuyven seemingly piling on the volume here.
A couple of $100 for lunch wouldn't go astray for Riza.
Yeah, could definitely get this man a couple of rotisserie chickens.
Yeah,
if anyone out there looking to sponsor, Riza is open to sponsorship.
As I said before in round 1, he just keeps pushing forward, Riza, though, you know, and he's copping a few here, but he just keeps pressing. He's like the Terminator. Stuyven again throwing some heavy leather.
Yeah, but definitely a little bit of the pop has subsided.
Riza just keeps staying on him, doesn't he? He just keeps pressing. Here we go. They're just locked in, rocking the sock and robots at this point.
Yeah, a little bit of telephone booth fighting at the end of that round there. Again, like I said, this is definitely a Riza is a 6 to 8 round endurance fighter. These 3 2-minute round fights definitely do not favour him.
Who's a lovely sponsor for the round 3 card here, Andrew?
And massive shout out to our Purple F friends over at Fractality, the #1 DeFi protocol on Ethereum.
How do you see this third round going? Riza in the corner there, gasping, grabbing his breath, but he looks okay. He looks clean. Still, that nose stays intact.
Yeah, Riza getting a couple of words of advice there from Apollo coach Artem. Everyone, deep down, everyone just wants to see Riza get the W. He's always the underdog. He's my underdog. He's your girlfriend's favorite fighter.
The people's champ.
He's the people's champ. The people's champ, Riza, fighting out of Turkey. I'd love to see him get a W here. It would really just be a heartwarming sentiment. However, I think he's probably down 2-0. He's gonna need that knockout, and I just don't know if he's got it in him. Thank you, Mr. Hash.
Shout out to Hash on that one.
Shout out to Big Hash coming through with the meals.
Hash Daddy.
Big shout out to Trooper Eats for providing these scrumptious meals here. A bit of Thai food, we've got a bit of pasta,
Yep.
we've got a bit of potato salad. Yum, yum, yum. Head on down to Trooper Eats.
Forward to this one. Thanks, Trooper Eats. All right, here we go. Round 3. Again, back in that phone booth. Neither gentleman wants to move over too much. They would rather just trade leather. For a significantly lighter looking man, he is pushing the pace here, Riza. He is pushing him around the ring a bit. That's that experience. That's that boxing IQ we're seeing on display.
Yeah. As I said before, Riza, he's just like wild on rice. He will just get in your face and he will just press you and make it awkward, make it uncomfortable. He'll make it his type of fight.
You don't want to mess with a journeyman. Here we go. Hammer and tong, they would say back home. It's against the ropes. Riza's got him where he wants him, I think, and this is where he's been playing a lot this evening. 30 seconds left. Neither gentleman wants to take the back seat. Neither wants to put their hands down. They say, he points to the ground and he says, let's go. For the last 20 seconds, let's fight this one out.
And the final 10 seconds of the third round here. This is going to the judges' scorecard for a decision. And I dare say it's going to go to the man from Brussels.
And of round 3, Bout Tisam Yoksatai.
And let's give it up for both fighters, Stijn and Riza.
Terrific sportsmanship there at the end too. A nice loving embrace.
And the Riza, the Razor.
Exactly what we want to see.
Wonderful action there, brother. Wonderful job.
Yeah,
Great job, Riza.
That's exactly what amateur boxing is all about, guys.
Fantastic job.
Sportsmanship, camaraderie,
better every
getting
time.
around each other.
We'll be going to the judges' scorecard.
Not necessarily about who wins and loses. It's just about getting in there and having a crack, putting on an absolute show for the people here at Apollo Gym, Thailand, and for the folks at home tuning in.
And without Riza, again, we wouldn't have had a fight tonight. So he stepped up and
Great
late notice
shown, Riza,
and gave it a crack. And that's exactly what we wanted. And he did exactly that.
Riza, hop in, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, at Apollo Fight Night, thank you to our sponsors for joining us. And thank you to each and every one of you. One more round of applause for this fantastic battle that just happened here in the Apollo Ring. Soy Taiyid, you should go there. Again, 3 rounds of action, and after it, our judges have come to the same decision. For your winner, out of the red corner, Stijn, the bruiser from Brussels.
The Brussels
Riza.
Bruiser. I
Riza-
love that one,
Riza the
John.
Razor, brother. You're getting better, man. Fantastic action had there. I love the Turkish thunder in there.
Alrighty, and
My
we
man
are
from Turkey, my man from Brussels, putting it all
we
on
are
the line. You
fast
wanna say
tracking our
anything
way
to the folks
to
there?
our fourth fight of the night.
Thank you. I love Belgium. I love Thailand. Yeah.
I love Belgium.
On the cup.
I love Thailand. Hello in the Thai language. I am an amazing translator, I tell you. Why don't I get more work? I don't know. Fisting. That's the reason I make fisting jokes. Anyways, Apollo Fight Night. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. We're back in just a moment with more action. Until then, DJ Tony.
And we love a good fisting
T-Power.
joke, don't we, Jax?
On the ones and twos.
And nothing from Jax. Okay, and back to Andrew. So that was an amazing fight. We've had 3 absolute barn burners to kick off the evening here, and stay tuned, folks, because the next 3 fights are going to be even better. We've got 2 heavyweight bouts. Some of these fellas are tipping the scales. We've got a 128 kilo Kyrgyzstani monster up against another extremely last-minute fighter fighting out of England, representing Gorilla Jim. He is an absolute beast. And Pascal, thank you, Jax. Pascal is fighting next. He is a friend of. And one moment, folks.
Mr. Nut needs us. So we've just seen 3 action-packed fights. Obviously there, the Belgian bruiser himself taking that one out in true bruiser fashion. Left nothing at home and was throwing some heavy leather there and heavy hands, and ultimately got the W. So congratulations to him. And his iconic speech at the end, I love Belgium, I love Thailand.
We are ready to go. Good old German Pascal versus the land of the red, white, and blue, Thailand. That's what everybody thinks of when they think of red, white, and blue. Thailand. Pascal, the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen of Apollo, make some noise for the one and only Pascal.
Where's the
That's right. Ring girl makes some noise. That's all that matters. Pascal is on his way.
I can't hear anything.
You can feel it.
Louder, louder, louder. Booyaka shot for my boy Pascal, fighting out of Germany, an absolute legend and one of the boys taking this fight at 72 hours notice. If it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for guys taking these fights on last minute notice.
Mostly from the south. Dirty
What's
south.
Pavel? What's wrong?
Ponsi Samarat in the house. That guy knows what I'm talking about. Ponsi Samarat.
And our media team having a gay old time here at Apollo Fight Night 12. We are stoked that Pavel is back in the country and not stuck with visa issues in Vietnam.
Let's do it. His name is Malcolm on the sheets, and I'm gonna stick with that. Right? This guy, if there's one name that I would say is definitely his, Malcolm. I look at you and I say, that's Malcolm right there. There's one guy that has a name like Malcolm in the ring. Good yard in the cup. The Waddy Cup.
And a big shout out to Pavel. Not stuck in Bali anymore. Back here in the home, the land of the smiles.
So much better.
Our number
Malcolm
one
Bang.
number
From
one
tonight on, you are known
Uzbek
as
Korean
Malcolm
in the house.
Bang.
Absolute legend.
All right. Round card girls, letting us know what round we're going to go into. And it is the first round. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is representing Apollo all the time, everywhere he goes. Apollo, Apollo, Apollo from Germany, but living in Phuket, Thailand, the pearl of the Andaman, the lover of many women. Not many of them loving him back. failed accountant, future rainmaker, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Pascal! Fornicate with him at your own danger. And his opponent standing across the squared circle, Apollo's own last-minute fighter from Thailand, the red, white, and blue. Give it up for Malcolm. Bang! Riga, Riga. Sudlaw nakap. La 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 young pum nakata tamwaila. Am I? All right. Judge at ringside, and one more judge at ringside. Referee in control of the action. 3 2-minute rounds of the sweet science. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. This is Apollo Fight Night 12.
Alrighty. And our fourth bout of the evening.
Round 1, Yoktinu.
Yeah, let's see what both these fighters bring to the table. We've got two Muay Thai fighters with very little boxing experience to be had from both guys. Pascal with the slight weight and size advantage here. The Thai fighter seemingly with an absolute mountain of Muay Thai experience, fighting at a Revolution gym. I believe his name is Young King. But Pascal known and renowned for being an extremely composed in the moment fighter. This guy does not get frazzled. As I said, moving forward, pressing the action. The Thai fighter caught him with a nice right hand there. The Thai fighter, King, very bouncy.
1 minute into round 1.
Very happy to switch stances. On the balls of his feet, this Thai guy. Again, this Thai guy took this fight on 7 hours' notice. He signed up at midday today. Got a car down from Revolution Gym. Came with one of his mates and he's in his corner. Yeah, loving that head movement there from the King. Nice. Pascal more of a classic Muay Thai style. Both men extremely fit, looking very well conditioned.
Seconds.
King very explosive with the offense here. He sort of sits back and he'll just explode forward
And round
with the old
1
1-2.
for Yoktinu. Malcolm Bang in the red corner. Again, breathe.
And let's give it up for our ring girls.
Done this before. Bang, you know that guy's killing. Pascal, again, how many fights has Pascal had? Maybe this is his half a fight? Has he had like a quarter of a fight before? I don't think he's had a full fight. Not a real Pascal, again, local Thailand living legend, celebrity on the soil.
Yeah, we love Pascal here.
Always exciting times having the flair. And remember, he will be at the after party at Pink Exotic. Pascal at Pink Exotic. 10 seconds, seconds out, and seconds away from round number 2.
Ready, round 2, fight!
Round 2, Yokti song.
Goddamn, I've eaten something a little bit spicy there, ladies and gentlemen, for those watching at home. Pascal needs to keep those hands up. Needs to work on that boxing defense. Yeah, nice body shot there from the King. the stance switching is surely confusing Pascal a little bit. King very nimble on his feet here. Pascal seemingly having no answer for the action of Mr. King. Yeah, this guy is definitely this is definitely not King's first rodeo.
1 minute.
And we have entered the final minute of the second round. Yeah, nice footwork there from Pascal to evade those big shots. Nice, Pascal pressing the action. Nice right hand there from the King.
Time's complete, 30 seconds.
King with a little shoulder roll there, very elusive. They're loving this confidence, hands walking around hands down, seemingly unfazed from what Pascal brings to the table in terms of his striking. But this is going into
round 2.
We're going into the third round.
Song. The least amount of cheering I've ever heard at a Pascal fight. I would just like to say. Least amount of cheering. Yes, there it is. Thank you. Pascal appreciates it. The ring girls appreciate it. And each and every one of you here. At Apollo Fight Night, we're going into round 3, the final round. Malcolm Bang proving his own out of the red corner. Not letting down, saying, you know, I'm not going to go easily into the night, poetically. Huge poetry fan. Malcolm Bang. Pascal again with a serious heart attack. That man is like sex in the woods. He is intense.
That German intensity, John Nutt couldn't have put it more profoundly if he tried.
Seconds out and seconds away from third and final round action.
Pascal getting some serious words of advice there from his corner. Jackson and Ollie Clark cornering for him. Ollie Clark has been on the tools
the
tonight.
omnipresent God in the blue corner.
Cornering for several of the Apollo
Round
fighters
3,
and
final
non-Apollo
round.
fighters.
Your
Holding
time.
pads at the back, jumping into the corners. What can't Ollie Clark do? If you're looking for a PT or an S&C coach here in Phuket on Fight Street, drop Ollie X Clark a message on Instagram and he will help you out. Yeah, King here, hands down. Very hard to hit, very elusive, not getting tired at all. Seemingly happy to just move around, popping up and down, just cruising. He is in cruise control. This is he was surely up 2-0 coming into the third round. Pascal's going to need a knockout here, and I just don't know if Pascal's got it in him. But I'm loving the entertainment, the style points, the entertainment factor from Big King from Revolution is definitely there.
1 minute left in the third.
And we are in the back nine of this fight here. This is the home straight. Nice little dig to the body there from Pascal. Trying to get a couple of points back, a couple of brownie points. But Pascal being very smart here, being very reserved, not wanting to take too much damage. But just starting to show, I guess, the holes in Pascal's game. One of the deficiencies of training just Muay Thai is your striking can be a little bit left to be desired. So I think Pascal's going to come away from this fight a stronger fighter, a better fighter, and potentially come back to Apollo and work with some of the coaches here. Because I think in the long run, because he has high hopes and ambitions for his Muay Thai career, sharpening up his striking and working on his boxing technique and skills will pay dividends in the long run. Massive shout out to both guys. Pascal took this fight on 4 days' notice. King signed
And
up today.
round 3,
That's all she wrote.
Sportsmanship, the cornerstone. Combat sports again.
Oh, a bit of
Both
Muay Thai
guys
respect there at the end. A bit of Muay Thai
showing
respect.
that respect. Still, my friends say respect. We're going to go to the judges' scorecards. Malcolm Bang, I tell you what, great fight had by that man right there. The MB, Malcolm in the middle, Bang. Pascal, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Sportsmanship shown again. Both guys. It is a pleasure to see Pascal inside the Apollo ring. He always gives it up. Malcolm Bang here. Let's turn it this way towards the cameras. Again, Apollo Fight Night. There are no losers, but there has to be a winner.
Big
And
Bang
unfortunately,
Zhang fighting out of Revolution
for Pascal,
Gym. Shout
the
out to
judges
Pumi,
were
the
here
main
to
girl
give
from
you
Apollo Reception.
your winner. Fighting out of the red corner, Pascal's enemy, Malcolm Bang. Although technically, Pascal, you did not get your hand raised. I want to raise it right now for you. Guys, another round of applause for Pascal. This guy is the lover of many, many, many women from Isan. Yes.
I only have one, of course.
Only has one that we know of. Right? Exactly. Pascal, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the W every time. Doesn't matter. Win or loss, Wu-Tang for that man right there. Guys, we got 10 minutes, 10-minute break. Grab the libations. Make sure you maybe have a Singha or a Chang. DJ Tony P. Powers is going to turn it up.
And
we got a 10-minute break before we start that
brief intermission
co-main
before
and
we
main event of the evening.
Before we head to our co-main and main event of the evening, two heavyweight bouts that are sure to be absolute blockbusters.
DJ Tony Powers on the ones and twos. Very exciting times, ladies and gentlemen, very exciting times. Last two fights of the night are big boys. The heavyweights are coming to play. Big boy action coming to you next. Kyrgyzstan versus Ghana. Should be fantastic action. And again, the UK versus Australia in that finals. 2 more bouts, and we'll get underway in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes time until the co-main event. Another thank you to Trooper Eats, Coco's Nihorn, Apollo Gym, Din Home, Pink Exotic, the home of the after party, and CM Ink Tattoos.
Ollie Clark in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Young Slice, OCN. Look back at it. Look back at it. I see you looking, Tiffany. I said, God damn. Woo! Let's go. Up in this bitch.
What's up?
What's up?
Thanks for having me.
My absolute pleasure. I've been looking forward to this all night. I had to deal with old scumbag Seabohm earlier. He was shit, he's standing right behind me. God, sorry. He's like Jesus of Wish. This guy. It's like John Legend and fucking Jesus had some sort of Temu baby. Yeah, go play with your cameras over there, camera tech guy, you chum dog. Anyway, we're back in action. We have a couple of absolute bangers coming up, mate. Let me get your opinion off the rip. So you've just cornered for the main man, Big P, a close friend of yours and I, Mr. Pascal. Give us the breakdown.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, he took it on what, 2 days notice or something, so we pretty much booked in Thursday to try and get some fundamentals down pat. And I think before the fight and from the videos he was sending me and whatever, everything looked good, but it's your classic first boxing fight. You can have it all sorted on the pads, you can have it sorted on the bag, but getting in there is a completely different thing. So I think given what we worked on, he did really well. His head movement was good at times, but then it would just slip and he'd get caught. And the other fella was just firing him straight down the middle and cracking him with a few hard shots. I think the first round for him, definitely he would have felt the pressure from, and from there it was a little bit hard to come back from. But I mean, personally, I thought after that he managed to do well to push the other fighter to the corners and keep him there a little bit better. But again, trying to get that down pat in 2 days is it's a big task, and given the circumstances, although losing, I think he did very
Tony Powers, DJ, pick up the music. Give us some. Bring it up. Oh, yeah.
When the MC talks, we gotta try to talk. Yeah, man, I would absolutely tend to agree. It's one of those things where, taking a fight like that on 2 days' notice, when you actually have pretty much zero boxing experience, and people at home or people that aren't that familiar with combat sports really, I guess, get that twisted. That the sweet science and Muay Thai and MMA.
Apollo
and kickboxing.
teams, back to your positions. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. We are back in just a moment.
All have
Referee inside. Judges coming back to the tables. And we are good to go with heavyweight action.
All have extremely different striking styles. Like if you see a Muay Thai guy or an MMA guy who started in MMA or Muay Thai, step into the boxing arena and
let's get up and let's get ill, Apollo Fight Night fans. We are going into the co-main and main event of the evening here at Apollo Fight Night, home of champions. Brought to you by Trooper Eats, Coco's, Apollo Gym, CM Inc., Din Home, and Pink Exotic, home of the after party. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans, and let's bring out our co-main event of the evening. First, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Kyrgyzstan, Zolov. Make your way down to the Apollo ring.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting heavyweight fight. Just quickly coming back to the striking techniques and styles. If you see someone from MMA, Muay Thai or kickboxing ever step into the ring with an experienced boxer, you can just tell straight away.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's getting pumped up, fired up for the big
completely
boys.
different kettle of fish.
Fired up for the big boys.
And in my opinion, everyone needs to
117 kg
sharpen their
suffering, known as Zorov, Kyrgyzstan's own. Inside the Apollo ring. Let's bring out his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Hailing from Ghana, Give it up. Street Fighter.
There's
Oh,
some flowy.
Ken!
Yeah, I was just about to
Coming
say,
in.
check out the custom Apollo shorts. Zorev ready to absolutely rip him and dip him. His opponent, Big Ghana, Big G, took this fight on 24 hours notice also. He was yesterday he was sitting at home enjoying a cup of tea, and then all of a sudden he gets a call from me. And he hopped on a grab and came on down. And look at the man. We got
Let's
two
get up
absolute
and let's get ill,
mountains
fight
out
fans.
here
This
at Apollo
is
Fight Night 12 tonight.
Apollo
This
Fight
is gonna
Night
be a
co-main
cracker.
event heavyweight action. 3 2-minute rounds of the sweet science. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This man stood on the scale at 117 kgs of pain and suffering and thunder and lightning, hailing from Kyrgyzstan. Give it up for Zorov! Booyakasha. The god of thunder himself, Thor, brought our next opponent fighting out of the red corner to life. He came down with the crack of lightning, brought in from the Gang of Thunder, came through the bomber from Ghana, Ken! 105 versus 117, co-main event action, 3 2-minute rounds. Judge at ringside, and judge at ringside. And when it gets underway, the referee is in charge. Apollo Fight Night, co-main event heavyweight action.
Here we go.
This is what the people from home are tuning in for. Heavyweight action at its finest. These fellas are here to bang. I would be extremely surprised. I'm going to go out here and say it first. You heard it here first. folks.
Round one.
This is not
Yokinu.
going the distance. No way, no how.
What's those gloves though? They're 16.
Yeah, they're 16. Both the fellas wearing 16. The headgear. Big G throwing hands early. He's coming out swinging. Oh, he's caught Zorov there with something. Hit him with a big right hand. Zorov big backed up. There's honestly just nothing more entertaining than heavyweight boxing. Big G using the jab well there, using his leg. Slightly confident fighter. Zorov is going to have to give a little bit something back here. Zorov making his boxing debut here at Apollo Fight Camp as well. Amateur boxing debut. Big G fighting out of Ghana. Has 3 MMA fights so far. So he's a little bit of a technician across the board. I'm not saying that earlier with the other. Popping with a nice jab there. A little fleet-footed fighting on the outside.
1 minute into round one.
Zorov's going to have to watch those hands a little bit down. He comes on the other side.
Yeah, he needs to get a little bit more buttoned up defensively. And I dare say Zorov could actually switch strategies here and press the action. If he has any skill or experience fighting inside, I feel like that's where he could get caught up. Pretty useful. Well, yeah, a little bit of tangle jangle.
Time to leave, 30 seconds.
Getting the jab there pretty well from old Zorov. Teague said him proposed to do a bit earlier, I reckon. Yeah, Big G's definitely the busiest fighter.
10 seconds.
Forcing Zorov to fight on the back foot. He doesn't have a lot of experience fighting the back foot. Oh, see, the Kyrgyzstani
And
fighter.
round one.
Needs to get a little bit
Continue.
busier coming into the second round.
Fantastic co-main event action. Had here. Love seeing
And
the
big shout out to our
boys.
ring girl, Tiffany, fighting out of Malibu, California. She loves long walks on the beach, green smoothies, and Australian men. Do you know anything about that, Ollie Clark?
What does this
No idea. All right, and big shout out to Tiffany. If it wasn't for our ring girls, how would we know what round it was?
17 kg. So the huffing and the puffing of the big bad wolf is in the ring right now. That's what it's going to be all about. Cardiovascular skills. Getting up on that fight. Who's going to be able to breathe through this? Love seeing the heavy chest from our big boy from Kyrgyzstan. My man from Ghana, still going out the nose. One of the most important things right now as we make our way into round number 2. 10 seconds, seconds out, and seconds away from round number 2 here in this co-main event. Ghana versus Kyrgyzstan.
Ready? Round 2, fight!
Round 2. Yo, T-Song.
Huge shout out to Jackson Seabon for donating a dinner to me for $2 million. It's not the folks at home needed to know that information. I just sort of share that willy-nilly. Oh, the Kyrgyzstani fighter. Yeah, he's managed to get out of that one. I thought he might have been in a bit of trouble. Big G. Yeah, that jab. It feels like it just comes from the other side of the ring.
Starting to trade a bit more now. Wouldn't be surprised if Arden's got in old Sandel's corner and let him know to respond to the calls that are coming from Ghana.
I'd love to know Big G's wingspan. Oh, there you go.
Definitely starting to trade more
Yeah, some
now.
nice work there.
1 minute in round 2.
Oh, big jab there from Big G. Zorov seemingly eating it well. Both men definitely slowing down here. Oh, big right hand there from the G. Yeah, buttoned up there for Zorov. Not letting anything get through. Yeah, both men eating punches here. And that's exactly what you want to see from the big men. Big G
Time to breathe,
definitely-
30 seconds.
And the final 30 seconds of the second round here.
Big G definitely looking a little bit rangier when he starts to let him go.
Reindeer is an understatement, mate. I'd love to know his wingspan. Zorov a little wobbly. Zorov needs to keep his hand
10
up. He needs to get
seconds.
his 10 seconds left. He needs to just get to the corner, make it out of the second round. He's showing real heart here.
And round 2. Yo, T-Song.
Yeah, Zorov is breathing heavy.
Great job by both big men.
And
Both
massive
guys
shout out
breathing
to
heavy.
our co-pilot here in the ring girling. Jasmine hailing out of South Yarra, Australia. She loves long walks on the beach, non-Australian men, and French bulldogs.
From the nose over here, but he's got it listening to his coach. Again, trying to get the breath. Breathe it in, my man from Ghan over here. A little bit more calm, a little bit more collected. Fantastic action coming from both these guys. Apollo, make some noise for both of these guys. Come on, this is going to be fun. Round 3 coming up. Final round for this co-main event of the night. Seconds out, and seconds away from our third and final round. Round 3, final round. Yo, T-San, yo, T-San.
Ready to go. Left hook.
Alrighty. Oh, nice shots there from Big G.
He's got good rhythm. He's sort of easing up nicely with these combos. And get back into it. It's good to see. I feel like that's going to save him right through the end of this round.
Alrighty, fight fans. My prediction may be cursed. I predicted that this would not go the distance, but we are on a fast track for a judge's decision. Both men seemingly button up and defensive enough to avoid any massive shots, even though I'd say
1 minute left in the fight.
I would say Zorov has worn or eaten the most amount of damage, or the most accumulated damage over the course of the fight. Big G seemingly not taking too much, or really loading up there on that right hand. But he needs the delivery system, Ollie. There you go. Nice jab to the body with the overhand right. Big G seemingly putting some combos together, making Zorov guess. Oh, what a big right hand there from the G. Zorev ate that. I think he managed to roll with it ever so slightly, so he didn't eat it quite flush. But both men are going to have to bite down on their mouth guards here and just go for broke. This is any man's fight at the moment, even though I would favour Big G in the final stages here.
Could drop him there.
Yeah, if he can keep pressing the action, like these have to be some heavy punches. But both men have lost a lot of pop there. Zorev's technique seemingly going out the window here. He's just throwing whatever he can at him, using every last bit of energy that he's got. And that is all she wrote, folks. And we are going to the judges' scorecard for a decision, and I think Big G has taken it home.
We will be going to the judges' scorecards. Fantastic action from Kyrgyzstan and Ghana, respectively. Sportsmanship shown, again, the cornerstone of combat sports. Big love had by both. Fighters, let's bring it in to our referee. One more sign of sportsmanship. Here you go. Grab them both. Fantastic. Again, no losers here at Apollo Fight Night, but you gotta have a winner. And after 3 2-minute rounds of big boy heavyweight co-main event action, the judges have come to their deliberation for your fighter out of the red corner, Ken Riza.
And huge shout out to the red corner. Massive shout out to both men for getting in there. Zorev definitely tipped the scales at 125 plus. And Ken taking that fight on, gosh, I think 8 hours notice.
Wonderful job right there in our co-main event action. But just don't you worry your little heads if you were thinking, I want to see more big guys in there. The world is your oyster, and Apollo Gym is your pearl, because we've got 2 more big guys coming out your way from the land of the red, white, and blue. UK versus Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Hanatina Cup. 5 minutes, and we're back with co-main event. Not co-main, main event action. You know. Such a great job tonight.
Here,
Such a great job. Are you going to Pink Exotic after this? Home of the after party for Apollo Fight Night? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? See you guys tonight at Pink Exotic.
Alrighty, folks, and we are live and exclusive here at Apollo Fight Night 12, March 15. We are ripping and roaring, coming out of high season. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Trooper Inc., Siam Ink Tattoo, Apollo Fight Shop, Money Shop, Pink Exotic, Crispy Studio, and the one and only Coco's Naihan, the best purveyor of maple syrup on the island. If you're looking for the best pancakes this side of Timbuktu, head on down to Coco's Naihan, sponsored by Crispy Studio.
No surprises to anyone that knows me, but I actually had those pancakes for breakfast this morning. They were absolutely fire.
Ooh-wee! God damn! You heard it here first, folks. Ollie Clark, the man sitting next to me, my co-host for the evening, my co-pilot, had those pancakes this morning, and that is a damn right testimonial if I've ever heard one. So you want them pancakes, you want that sweet, listening, maple, sugary goodness, head on down to Coco's Naihan. And I'd like to take this chance, opportunity to shout out Hashim Films, the #1 camera tech, film, videographer, editor in the game.
If you ever need a party
Make sure you follow Hashim Films.
DJ. Tony P right there. Tony Powers in the house, right? Long lost cousin of another Mr.
Tony
Powers
P with the
that we
mini
all know
hearts,
well.
ladies and
Best
gentlemen. Don't
mullet
forget,
in
we
the
are in the
game.
land of the
I'm
smiles.
talking about the one and
Mini
only.
hearted up.
Which Powers am I talking about? Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers in the house. Leo.
Not of any relation. Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. We've got main event action coming your way, and it is Australia versus the UK. Let's bring out our fighter out of the blue corner, Mitch. Come on down. Slick Mitch, now is your time. Prepped and ready to go. One tall glass of water right there. In the Apollo ring, getting ready to bang it out. Blue corner in the mix. Let's bring out his opponent, hailing from the UK, Diggity Diggity Daniel. Make your way to the Apollo ring.
Geez, I'm a bit torn here, Andrew. Being Aussie, seeing an Aussie, but Dan and I have become quite close over the last couple of months. Him training here, he's a great fella, and
our
really
cherubs of justice, our warriors of integrity, honor, and all of the rest of the Kumite words that were done in 80s, 90s action movies are in the Apollo ring right now. This is our main event of the evening, and it is heavyweight action. 3 2-minute rounds of the sweet science. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This man knows no pain. This man knows no tragedy. He is a walking ball of happiness and fire. The most dangerous thing to come out of Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Give it up for Mitch!
And a huge round of
his
applause
opponent
there from
standing
the crowd there for
across,
Mitch.
squared circle. This man loves long walks on the beach, poetry, and beautiful ladies, ladies, ladies. The red, white, and blue zone! Diggity Daniel! 3 2-minute rounds of the sweet science with 1 judge, 2 judge, and 3 judges at ringside. And when it gets underway, the man who loves to be fisted, the referee.
yeah. So as I was just saying,
Australia in the blue corner, the UK in the red corner. Cross-colonizational wars of time and space.
Greenford,
Round
expect
one,
Mitch
your
to come out
team.
very hot here. Mitch's backstory, the fact that he's been waiting years and years for this. He spent time in the military in Australia, plagued with injury. He's the longer fighter. Expect to see him sit behind that jab. Not a great deal of skill there from either fighter, but Mitch just very animated, very excited, very eager to just get in there and just have a scrap. He told me earlier, in a behind the scenes or a backroom interview, that he is just keen to just get in there and just throw hands. He is not going to make this a tactical bout. He understands the assignment. There's two heavyweight fighters, but he's just keen to have a dig in true Aussie fashion. Yeah, throwing skill and composure out the window and just swanging. Greenford could not have a more Apollo corner if he tried. Stan, Coach Josh, and Big Nick Bidwar. Like, you've got 3 titans of the Apollo staff here in Greenford's corner, and Greenford actually looking quite composed here, seemingly happy to let Mitch showboat and move his head around and sort of jump around the ring. Greenford just staying buttoned up and just doing his thing.
yeah, Dan's just worked very hard over the past few months, and yeah, you can see that technique's definitely showing. He's learned a lot. He's had a lot of good coaches. He brings a very good energy to the gym, so I hope that pays off for him. But again, Aussie too. I'm torn, as I said. Mitch looks like he may have had a break or two outside.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's a very fair guess and a fair assumption. Mitch definitely looks like he got a couple of pub fights in his side. Oh, Greenford.
10 seconds.
Greenford piling it on at the end of this first round.
And round 1, Mojo
Mitch looking a little bit distressed here. I don't know if it's the headgear or what, but
Again, DJ
Greenford really turned things up at the end of that first round. Mitch needs to slow down. He needs to take a breather, get his composure back. I don't know if it's the headgear, there's something bothering him. You can tell from his body language in the corner. He's getting some wise words of wisdom from his coach. The headgear's coming back on. But I don't know, from the all sides pointed, this is a flip 'em. This is a coin flip. This is a 50-50 fight as of right now at the end of the first round. At the start of the fight, I thought Mitch was going to have the edge over Greenford, but here we are. We have 4 minutes left, and I cannot wait to see what happens.
Seconds out and seconds away from more Apollo Fight Night main event action. Round number 2. Yoke easy.
Greenford having an absolute dig here.
What's going on with Mitch? He looks pretty busted. I don't know if he's tired, if the headgear's too tight. Dan is piling the pressure on.
He will take a count.
Down right now.
And the referee has called off the action here in the 3rd round. Payaban. Con Payaban.
Ooh-wee!
Nice check here.
And Greenford takes home the W. But Mitch seems to be in all sorts on the ground. I'm not sure what's happened here. But, that's a strange one, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Apollo Fight Night, please another round of applause for both these big boys. Bring it in, brother, bring it in.
I don't know about
Bring
you
it
guys
in.
like, but I
And again,
am bewildered.
sportsmanship had by both Mitch and Daniel again.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I guess.
Again,
I think they're
great
both really good
sportsmanship
at it.
had.
They need the time aside.
And no
They need
losers
the
here, but
time.
you gotta have a winner. And at 109, your winner
I don't know if he mentally
red
wasn't
corner,
there.
Daniel.
Mitch looks extremely distressed.
Smooth Daniel
in
and
the-
Mitch.
in the ring.
Again, given
I think
sportsmanship,
Mitch really backed himself
cornerstone
here.
of combat sports,
That's
and a wonderful night
a bit of
had by
sponsorship,
both
bit
these
of
gentlemen.
camaraderie.
Each and every
Love to
one of
see it.
us, the lucky ones,
But that
the
was-
ones living the dream,
that
here
ended
in
up being a
Phuket,
bit of a
Thailand,
nothing
the pearl
burger.
of the Andaman.
I'll be honest, Ollie,
You
that
should
was
obviously
not what I
go
was
there.
expecting.
From each and every one of us here in
I'm a little bit
Thailand, to
disappointed.
each and every one of you around the globe watching.
I was expecting a
Come
little
and
bit
join
more.
us at Apollo
But,
Gym
here we
for
are,
Apollo Fight
and
Night.
massive shout out.
You're the real champion. Big up Tony P. Give him some power.
Well, I mean, regardless, as I sort of was saying at the start, I'm very happy with Dan and what he's been doing. And regardless of sort of how it ended, I'm pretty happy that he could get the result that he wanted, and he's worked very hard for it.
Yeah, stoked that Greenford could get the W. I think
Another big
I think
shout
even
out to Trooper Eats, Coco's Nihon, Apollo Gym, CM Ink Tattoo, Din Home, and Pink Exotic, the home of the after party.
yeah, head on down to Pink Exotic for the after party, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be going off. Great shots there from Jax. Yeah.
Stick around again and join us at Apollo. We'll be hanging out. Come say hello, grab another drink, grab another beverage. Tony P, Tony Powers on the ones and twos, and again, Exotic. Pink Exotic for that after party. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Apollo Fight Night. Join us
All right.
April 19th for more Apollo Fight Night action. You are the real champion.
Take them. give it up for our ring girls. Ring girls in the ring doing ring girl things. They are definitely heading to the after party and they are ready to mingle. All right, and over to my co-host for the evening, Ollie Clark. I'd like to say a big shout out to Ollie. Thanks, big shout out to Ollie. Massive shout out to Hashim Films, Jackson, the whole media team, John Nutt, the main man Pavel. It's going to head straight to another job because that's the kind of man he is. The Uzbek warrior. Ladies, he is single and ready to mingle. If you want to break off a little slice of that Korean pie, Sawadee Cup. And that's all she wrote, folks. Head on down to Pink Exotic for the after party. Big shout out to Siam Ink Tattoo, Trooper Eats, Polo Fight Shop, Polo Gym, Fractality, Crispy Studio, the one and only. For all your content needs, DM Crispy Studio. Content, photos, video, design work, Passion Films, the man, Pavel. What more could you want? Here in Phuket, Thailand, the land of the smiles. That is us over and out. The ring girls are having a gay old time in the middle of the ring. And that's what we do here, folks. We're all about ring girls, good times, fights, and lady boys. Signing out.